I was a little bored sitting on my couch watching Young Sheldon, so yeah, I decided to get on here, make a video of reviewing The Boys. Now, I honestly did not expect to cover this show until maybe next year, due to the fact that season 5, the final season of The Boys, is expected to come out around 2026 or early to mid 2027. But I figured, why not have some fun and review a really actually great show? So let's get into it. Now, this is not going to be like a season 1 review and like be individual videos. This is just like a series review in total. So I'm going to be covering my thoughts on season 1 through 4. Now, let's get started. Right off the bat, I just want to talk about like everything that I cover, the characters, the story, the action sequences. Will not only be talking about individual seasons, I will be talking about the entire series so far in total. Now, I want to talk about the characters. Now, I want to talk about my favorite character, Billy Butcher, played by Karl Urban. Now, this guy is a total badass. I really enjoy his character. Every time I see him on screen, Karl Urban really just portrays the character of William Butcher to perfection, and honestly, he's even better in his action scenes, you know, especially early on into the show. You could tell this guy's a badass, because when he's fighting Translucent in season 1, like, he's getting his ass whooped, but then he spits blood on Translucent, causing him to see him, and then beats the crap out of Translucent. Like, overall, man, Billy is a really good character, and especially in the later seasons, like season 3 and 4, we really get, like, some emotional stuff, you know? He loses Becca, and he wants his son away from Homelander, but he can't, like, use Compound V to stop Homelander anymore, because the Compound V that he used in season 3 is starting to kill him. So, like, he's a ticking time bomb, basically, for all of season 4. And that really, like, puts perspective on William's character, you know? Because he pumped himself full of Compound V to fight and try to kill Homelander, but then when Soldier Boy comes to help him and is his only shot at killing Homelander, he decides to help defeat Soldier Boy instead of Homelander. At one point, they even team laser Soldier Boy through glass. Like, what the hell, man? I thought you were trying to kill that guy. But yeah, William Butcher is a total awesome character, and every chance you get with this character, you just are gonna love that scene. Fighting scene, emotional scene, any scene. If William Butcher's in it, then you're gonna enjoy it. Now I want to talk about the main man himself, Homelander, played by Anthony Starr. Anthony Starr actually does a fantastic job in the role of Homelander. He really plays him perfectly and delivers a very chilling and suspenseful performance. And honestly, this guy does not care, Homelander, at all what he does. He's willing to kill people in public, but he also cares about his public image so much, you know? And like, his catchphrase is, oh, the people are the real heroes. Even though there was a plane accident in season 1 and he could have saved everybody, but he chose not to, and to laser anybody who tried to like convince him otherwise, you know, to help him get them off the plane, you know? But his character is still enjoyable nonetheless. His power really is kind of chilling, because he could kill anybody at any time, and anytime like you see him with other characters, you're like, okay, is he gonna kill him? Is he not gonna kill them? You know, it's all good suspense, you know? And he's great in the fight scenes too, like especially in season 3 when he threw down with Butcher and Soldier Boy. That was the best fight of the series, hands down, you know? He's really good with his action sequences, and especially when he goes back, like in season 4, he goes back to the lab where he was born in, and he kills all of those scientists in twisted ways. Like, I'm not even gonna tell you how they die. It's so gruesome and just disturbing. But we realized from one of the doctors, like, Homelander is pathetic, bro. Like, he is a man baby. I mean, we could tell he's a man baby, because he has literal baby bottles full of milk. Like, that's weird enough. And this, like, milk obsession only gets fueled in season 1 by the character of Madeline Stillwell, played by Elizabeth Shue. You may know her from The Karate Kid, but when you see her in this role, you don't think that was Ali Mills from The Karate Kid or from Cobra Kai. You know, she really puts her own little twist into this role, and I really did enjoy her character for the 8 episodes she was around before brutally getting her head lasered in by Homelander in the season 1 finale. But yeah, that wraps up her little segment in this video, and Homelander's at the same time. Now I want to talk about Huey Campbell, played by Jack Wilde. You may know him as Richie in Scream 5 specifically, and he really is a good actor, I have to say. For all the things that they really do with his character, especially in season 4, they put poor Huey in through the ringer, you know? Like, his father has a stroke, and he has to pump him full of Compound V, which was a very questionable decision. Even Butcher himself, who was addicted to Compound V in season 3, told him not to do that. that because it causes like death basically, because Billy is dying in season 4. So he advises him not to, but he's set in his ways. He even makes amends with A-Train, who killed his girlfriend in the first episode of season 1 of The Boys. And that was kind of like a little cool thing to really wrap up their rivalry, perhaps. And even like the character arc he goes on throughout all 4 seasons is amazing. You know, he comes from being a shy kid who doesn't really have anything to having literally everything, being able to kill people like normally, you know, like kind of like Butcher does. But he doesn't kill as many people as I may say he does, you know? But yeah, Jack Quaid is really, really good in this role, and I cannot wait to see how they end his story in season 5. Now I want to talk about Annie January, aka Starlight. Starlight's power is kind of like a bit lazy and boring. You know, she's really not too important to the show, and although I do like her character, she has a purpose in the show, I just don't think her power really matters, and what she does in the show, what she strives to do, really doesn't matter in the end. But I don't want to seem like a negative Nancy at this point. She's a great character, and the actress plays her to perfection, really. But now I want to talk about Ashley Barnett, the assistant of Homelander, after the demise of Madeline. So honestly, I hate her character 100%. Like, she's been useless since season 2, episode 1, people. Like, she is terrible. Even her role in Gen V, awful. I hate her character so much, and I really hope she does not make it out of season 5 alive, because she just does nothing to the story other than just causing me and probably the people who are a fan of The Boys to really like hate those specific scenes. Like, if I could find any negative about the show, it would be anything that has Ashley Barnett in, you know? Anything that character is associated with in is awful. But speaking of bad characters, now I want to move on to Stormfront, another really, really terrible character. Not because like she is a terrible like character, you know, like she kills people and innocent people too, and that makes me hate her character. But she does not do anything except for F around with Homelander, which, come on, I don't want to see that. Of course, I skip those scenes, those are disgusting, but like she really also does not do anything for the story. It's very stupid, very, very stupid stuff. I don't want to say anything more. I hate her character so much, and I'm glad they got rid of her as quick as they introduced her, really. Now I want to talk about Reggie Franklin, aka A-Train. A-Train is an awesome character, and Jesse T. Usher really plays him perfectly. Throughout all 4 seasons, every time I see this guy on screen, I'm like, he's gonna really perform good. I really wondered what he's gonna do, you know? But yeah, just right off the bat, he was the first member of the 7 that we got to really see in action, and yeah, he's a really, really awesome character, and the stories that the writers and directors really tell with this guy are really well done. You know, his brother gets put in a wheelchair, and he's really trying to make amends with his brother, even though his brother's not having it at all, you know? But the writers really did A-Train's character so well, and I cannot wait to see how we add more story to A-Train's character and also wrap up his story. But now I want to talk about the boys themselves, well, the remaining ones. I want to talk about Frenchie in specific. Now, I really do like Frenchie a lot, but I really didn't like him in season 4 that much. You know, the missions that he goes on are very, very cool. Yeah, like, really, Frenchie wasn't really that good of a character in season 4, but every other season he was a really good character. I did like the missions he went on in season 4, but he really doesn't do much at all to the story besides, like, we do learn a little something about his past. Like, he kills a lot of people, and he meets this guy, but, like, turns out he killed the parents of, like, the guy he's friends with, you know? But, besides that, he really played no role in season 4 past that, you know? But in previous seasons, like season 3, 2, and 1, he's a really, really good character, and Tomer Kaplan really plays him very, very well. Now, I want to talk about Mother's Milk. Mother's Milk is probably my second favorite of the boys, because obviously my first is William Butcher, but Mother's Milk really is a great character, and we already, like, got to see his backstory in season 3, because it turns out Soldier Boy actually killed his grandfather, and that's why he had it, like, out for Soldier Boy in season 3, you know, always wanting to try to kill him, because he killed his grandfather, because his grandfather was going against Vought. But yeah, Mother's Milk, all 4 seasons, was very relevant to the story, and it made sense for him to always be there, and him caring about his daughter and everything like that. I just can't get over it, man. The writers do so well with these characters, especially Mother's Milk, you know, and I'm happy that he survived, because every chance, like, that I see an interaction between him and a soup, I'm always like, is he gonna die? Is he gonna die? Please don't kill him. But thank God they never ever actually kill him. But yeah, he's a really awesome character too. So I think I've talked about enough characters. I want to talk about the story. The story is a gold mine. It is the best I've seen in any like superhero show, period. The story is action packed and has some comedic swings, has some emotional swings, and really just is so well done. But now I want to talk about the action sequences. The action sequences are the best, literally the best from a superhero show. Like every fight scene you get, honestly, is just amazing. The fight between William Butcher and Translucent, the fight between Soldier Boy and Billy Butcher, especially when they team up and fight Homelander. Homelander gets his solo battle with both of them. All those fights were awesome, man. Every single fight of the series is awesome. My favorite season is season 3 of The Boys due to the fact that it was so jam-packed with the best fight scenes of the entire show. We were constantly getting awesome battles between Soldier Boy and Billy Butcher, Soldier Boy and Homelander, Homelander versus Billy Butcher, like all those crossfires. Honestly, awesome. But yeah, this show is 100% a 10 out of 10, and I honestly cannot wait to see what they have in store for season 5, and I'm kinda sad that season 5 will be the end, but it's not gonna be the end of this saga, you know? There's still Gen V season 2, which I'm also very excited for. I will review that show, maybe, if I feel like it. But I really felt the need to review The Boys. But yeah, it's a 10 out of 10 show, 100%. Everything about it is just awesome. But that's really all I have to say about this review. Bye, guys.